Hey everybody, welcome back. Hey, today I wanted to talk about what I carry in my pocket for a pocket knife. Have you ever thought what I can carry in what situations and what won't scare people and things like that? Well, I do. I'm concerned about it. I love having the functionality of a knife, a multi-tool of some type in my pocket. One, I don't like things that weigh me down. Two, I like something that has multiple purposes. Three, I want to have something that's useful and that I use quite often, or I don't want to carry it on my person at all. I'm a heavy guy, and any extra weight just means that there's going to be more concrete breaking somewhere every time I take a step. So I'm doing everybody in the community a favor by not carrying extra weight. So let's get into it, see what knife I carry, and let me know if you agree with me and my thoughts on this particular knife. All right, so you're wondering probably, what knife is Frank carrying? Well, it's this one. This little box right here is the Vetronix Manager 2. Why did I select the Vetronix Manager 2, you might ask? I wanted something small that wasn't heavy. Look at that, something this in a box this big is not going to be heavy. It's got multi-purpose. It's a Vetronix, so it's got several different types of tools on it, so I like that. It's small, so nobody's going to see it unless they're really paying attention to me. I can pull that knife out, use it, and if I'm in a crowded environment or in public, cutting open a package or cutting a string off of a shirt or something like that, nobody's going to be scared because I have this 3.5, 4-inch blade that I've just flipped out of my pocket. Now, I'll be honest with you, I do carry a larger knife in my front pocket, but this one sits in my pocket all the time. I use this knife to travel as well. I mail it to my destination, to the hotel that I'm staying at. That way I can get it and still have a knife with me when I'm at my destination. So here it is. This little guy right here is what I carry with me every day, and the reason I do, it's got a simple little knife right here. It's got scissors. It's got a little nail file right here. Not that I nail file or file my nails, but it's nice to have this file in case you need to wear down a nub or something like that. You can use that. It's also got a little screwdriver on the end. It's got a really small Phillips head screwdriver here, a bottle opener, and then the thing that I really like about it that comes in handy quite a bit, more than I thought it would when I was looking at this, is that on the side here, there's a little button you can retract right here. And when you retract it, it pulls a pen in, but when you push down on it and push forward on it, it locks into place and it has a little pen. And I can't tell you, honestly, how many times that little sucker has come into play in my life when I needed to write something down. One of the things that I carry with me is just a little pocket organizer that I carry in my back pocket, and I'll share a video on that. But this sits in that all the time, except obviously when I'm using it. And the pen comes in handy. I have a little Write in the Rain tiny little notepad that I keep in there for extra paper if I don't have something sitting around with me close by. I work from home, so I don't worry a lot about offending or scaring people with knives or big knives and things like that. But when I do go out, I have farm animals here at the house, and I'm out in the backyard, so I do need to carry a bigger knife with me as well. So like I said, I carry a big pocket knife with me that comes in quite handy. But I don't pull that out and use that in, like, let's say a Walmart or a Walgreens or a grocery store, or if I need to cut something out, I'll pull this little guy out because it's so convenient and so small. And people don't notice this, and that's what's amazing about it. So the functionality I had in the little bottle opener and the little Phillips head, the little Phillips head has actually come in handy a couple times. It's not small enough for, if you look at it, it's not small enough for like eyeglasses or something like that, and it's not big enough to drive in drywall screws or anything like that, but it's like a small Phillips head screwdriver. This has actually worked really well when, you know, you get the kids' toys and they have the little battery square thing on the back, and it has that one annoying little screw, Phillips head screw that you can't get to. This actually works really well for that. So this has come in handy on a couple occasions on Christmases. So it's really handy. The bottle opener, you know, I'm one of those guys that, you know, probably used to use his teeth to open up a beer bottle. I'm dumb enough to do that. Not anymore though. I have learned my lesson. I chipped a tooth, so now that we have the beer bottle opener here, I use that quite a bit. The knife is just a simple little stainless steel knife. It's sharp. It really is sharp. It's easy to keep sharp. It's got a pretty straight blade, so it doesn't take a lot of expertise to keep it sharp. And it's good for opening up boxes and letters and small little tasks, cutting little strings, little twine, things like that. But it's not good for anything big. And the little con about this is this blade does not lock. I like locking blades for the safety of them. This does not lock in place. So you have to be careful of that, cognizant of that when you're using it. But I never put that much torque and pressure on this little blade to do that. It's meant for small tasks. It's not meant for a big task. So I do like it. I think it's a really quality blade. I've never had any problems with it. It's easy to keep sharp, and I really like it. The scissors on this thing, they're tiny little scissors. They're sharp, but I tell you what, they come in handy a lot. I can't, I'll be honest with you, I don't know when the last time I used it. I think I used it, I think I used it maybe a week ago to open up the dog bag, the dog food bag. And I cut this thing, ripped right through the top. I know if you buy dog food, you get those big bags, and they're kind of like a rough plastic with some kind of mesh inside of them to keep them strong and keep the bags from breaking. This cut right through it like butter. I mean, it was really nice. It was really nice. And like I said, I don't use this file very often. The screwdriver on the end I have used, but like, again, this is just like the knife blade. It's not strong enough to really torque a lot. It doesn't, this lateral movement here, when you're screwing something in, you're not gonna, if there's a rusty screw that's rusted in place for 10, 15, 25 years, this is not what you're gonna use to get it out. But if you're trying to do a small screw, I have used this on the electric desks that go up and down when I was in the office. I used to fix everybody's desks when their little keypads wouldn't work anymore. I used this little screwdriver, and it worked really well for that. If it works on anything else, it's got to be light work. It's not going to be heavy duty work. And like I said, this little button right here, there's a little tiny button right there. I don't know if you can see it, but you push that in towards the center of the knife, and then down towards the boop right there, and it pops out that little pen. And like I said, that pen has come in handy so many times. When I'm not in the office, like if I'm at the feed store or something like that, I'm trying to write down a product number, product SKU or something because they're out of it, and I'm going to go to the other feed store. You know, I'll write it down. Yeah, you can take a picture of it. Yeah, on your phone, I guess too. But I'm still a little bit of the mix of old school and new school, so I still write stuff down. So this has come in handy quite a few times. And the other thing I forgot to mention when I was going through the details of this is this little, you know, this is a common thing in the Victronics lineup, is these little tweezers. I love these things. They come in handy. Like, you know, I don't wear gloves all the time when I'm working outside, and I get a lot of splinters, and it's my own fault because I don't wear gloves like I probably should. And maybe I should make a video on how to carry work gloves on my person all the time without it taking up space. I don't know. Maybe that's an invention we can come up with together. Anyways, these tweezers have come in handy quite a bit. They pulled out a lot of splinters. And this has been an absolutely fantastic little knife. It runs about $35 on Amazon right now. You can go, Walmart carries these. You probably even get cheaper at Walmart if they have them in stock. But it has been a fantastic knife. And that's why I carry this little guy. It's always there when I need it. It's in my back pocket. Even when I go to like a football game, I live here in Colorado. I go to Denver Bronco games. You know, when the baseball season's running, You know, I might pick up a game at Coors Field or something like this. This is in my little everyday carry pack that I carry in my back pocket. Nobody has ever said anything about this little baby. And I love it. And I think the Manager 2 is the perfect complement to your everyday carry essentials. So this is one thing that will always be in my pocket. It does have this nice little loop. You can put it on your keychain. Someday soon I'll do a pocket dump of the things that I carry in my pockets. I carry in my front pocket a key for my truck and a flashlight on that key ring. It's a little one. And a little pry bar, mini pry bar, and that's it. I don't like a ton of stuff in my pocket. I don't like thick things in my pocket. And that's, again, look how thin that is. And look how little that is. That doesn't take up hardly any space at all. This one luckily hasn't gone through the washer. I have put these through the washer, and they do sell some neat things for these. You can get different scales, and the scales are actually this red piece on the outside. You can get different replacement scales. You can get this knife in different colors. You don't have to get it in red. I mean, this is the typical Victronics colors, the red color. You don't have to get it in red. They have it in black. I think they have it in like a translucent blue. They have it in a lot of different colors. And if you go to the Victronics website, I've actually been to the flagship store overseas, and they have some really cool little patterns for these knives. So you can get pictures of mountains, pictures of different countries. They run different specials for the different seasons with different scales for these that are really cool. So you can really find something that's really for you, you know? You can personalize it. I like the red. It's just, it stands out. When I drop it in the grass out in the back, it's easy to find. I don't have to go hunting for it. If it were a darker color, I might have a little problem finding it. So I like the red, but they have all kinds of different scales. And these come in different sizes if you want it a little bit bigger as well. Not the Manager 2, they're a different name. But they do come in different sizes. So if you're interested and you want the best overall bang for your buck, put in your purse, put in your pocket, put in your little carry pack knife, that's it. In my opinion, nothing is better than this little guy right here. If you agree, let me know. Tell me your thoughts. If you disagree and you have a knife that's better than this, that has more tools, is smaller, lighter, better, maybe more expensive, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what your opinions are and what you found out there about these knives. But for me, the everyday perfect carry knife, the Victronics Manager 2, that's the one. All right, take care everybody. Thanks for joining me today. It's been a pleasure as always. See you next time. Take care.